Alright guys, what's going on? Glad you guys are here to watch the next video. Appreciate all the love, the support you guys sent out from the last two videos I posted yesterday. Got a few more subscribers, got great comments, got great feedback. I really appreciate all of it. It helps us grow as a community. So let's keep it going. Alright, so today's video is going to be from TPS. And let's just be clear, I despise TPS. So this is just me fact checking these idiots, because they know nothing about sports. They just put together stuff and they don't really fact check what they're doing. So I'm going to give my opinion. We're going to see. I'm going to give my reaction. I'm going to give my opinion. And we're going to see what we can get from this, all right? 5 NFL quarterbacks that will be in the Hall of Fame and 5 that won't. I'm going to see if I agree or I disagree. Let's get it.
Quarterbacks in the NFL today have done enough to lock up a spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. On the flip side, some veteran single callers have had more than enough chances to try and cement their spot in Canton, but they haven't made the most of those opportunities, and time isn't on their side to change that. I'm Jason Biondo, and today we present 5 NFL quarterbacks that will be in the Hall of Fame and 5 that won't. Also, don't forget to subscribe to TPS because we post videos every single day. Every day is a new video. If you like sports videos,
I will not subscribe, but okay.
Just a quick note, we're not including young quarterbacks like Pat Mahomes, Jared Goff, or Deshaun Watson. It's a little too early in their careers. This list is exclusively for veterans that have played for several years now. Number 5, Eli Manning. People have gone back and forth on deciding if Manning should be in Canton or not, including us. Careful.
Debatable.
It's safe to say that the 2-time
highly debatable.
MVP will get in. Now, don't let these last couple of seasons fool you. He ranks top 10 all-time in passing yards, and he has a chance to pass Dan Marino and climb into the top 5. Manning is also a top 10 in career passing touchdowns and passes completed. He has the stats of 2 Super Bowl championships. There's not a whole lot more to ask for. If quarterbacks who had no consistency like Joe Namath can get into the Hall of Fame, why can't Eli? I feel like he's definitely a solid lock at this point. A lot of people don't think he will be, but I really do think he'll get it. Number 5, Kirk Cousins. The Michigan State...
Whoever said that Kirk Cousins was going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback? I feel like a lot of media people, they just spout out random things to see if it sticks. I've never met anybody who has said, do you think Kirk Cousins will be a Hall of Famer? What has Kirk Cousins done other than, you like that? You like that? You could have picked a lot of different quarterbacks. But Kirk Cousins? Okay. Shock value.
Product has been a very nice story, to say the least. From 4th-round draft choice to back up to Robert Griffin III to a Pro Bowl starting QB. Cousins has been very steady in his career thus far, posting 3 straight 4,000-yard seasons for Washington from 2015 to 2017. But unless he goes out and wins 2 or 3 Super Bowls, we're having a tough time in seeing how he'll get in. Having to be a backup for his first 3 seasons didn't really help.
And see, just because you throw for 4,000 yards for 3 or 4 seasons does not mean that you are Hall of Fame worthy. Yes, I understand. Like, at the end of the day, this is my view. This is how I view it. Okay. Super Bowls only matter for quarterbacks. But at what point do we consider, at the end of the day, what are we playing for? What are we playing for? Are we playing for stats or are we playing for championships? What are we doing as a team? I know it's a team accolade. I know we put a lot of pressure on win. But not everybody's going to win. So I feel like it's case by case basis, but the greatest of the greats should be in there, not just the Hall of Good. This is the Hall of Fame, the greatest of the greats. So let's just think about that.
It held back his chances of racking up more stats and more potential Pro Bowl selections. You need the stats to be in.
And who gives a damn about the Pro Bowl? It's supposed to be the All-Star game for football. But how many people really care about a Pro Bowl selection? Half the stars don't even go.
Owens really stands little chance in getting them. Like we said, he probably has to win multiple Super Bowl championships to have a chance, and we're just not seeing that. Number 4, Will, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes.
Like Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger just about cemented his case with 2 Super Bowl championship rings. But also like Eli Manning, Big Ben has the impressive stats to further back his case. Roethlisberger stands a good chance of finishing top 5 all-time.
I say yes and no for Ben. Because what has Ben really done other than win those 2? Same thing with Eli.
Roethlisberger was named to his 6th Pro Bowl in 2017, and he has the 2004 Offensive Rookie of the Year award on his resume as well. He owns most Steelers franchise QB records, which also helps his case all the more. We think he has a pretty good chance. Number 4, won't. Andy Dalton.
Nobody said anything about Andy Dalton being in the Hall of Fame. No one's asked that question. No one even thinks that. Who comes up with this stuff? Can we please, for God's sake, let their career get to the end before in the middle of it critique them on if they're Hall of Fame worthy? Now y'all just throwing people out there.
Time when Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals looked like an up-and-coming team.
Unbelievable. That's unfreaking believable, man.
Even 3. Dalton and AJ Green were one of the top QB receiver combos in the NFL. The Bengals had a talented defense led by Geno Atkins and Vontaze Burfict. What could go wrong? Oh, right. We forgot. Classic Bengals. The team has kept Marvin Lewis in charge so he can stretch the team's playoff win drought to 30 years. The cheap ownership refuses to spend money on top free agents. The team keeps troubled players around so the locker room could fall in shambles.
Okay.
It just keeps happening. And it's
I can't disagree, but here's the thing. There's one guy in the Hall of Fame who never really got out of the first round of the playoffs in his career. And that was Warren Moon. Warren Moon never got I believe he only got past the first round one time. He was in the divisional round, and that was it. But most of the time it was one and done. But Warren Moon threw for so many damn yards and so many touchdowns, and he won MVP. So, but Andy Dalton hasn't done anything to the level of revolutionizing the game like Warren Moon has. Just saying. That's just the similarity that I see when people bring up, oh, Cincinnati never got out of the first round, or Cincinnati never made out the wild card. It's true.
Super Bowl with this Bengals franchise. It's that simple. And honestly, Marv Lewis, get rid of him. What are you doing? If Dalton had played on another team, he could have reached his full potential. Fair or not, the Bengals are doing their job in keeping him out of the Hall. But first, get rid of Marv Lewis. I talk about him in like every football video we do. Anytime I talk about the Bengals, I'm talking about Marv Lewis. And that says something, that they need to get rid of him. I'm sorry, Marv. You've tried. You tried, man. Go. You're done. Maybe just like demote him or something. Just change the head coach. That's all. Number 3, Will. Aaron Rodgers. Money! We said it before, and we'll say it again. Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback to ever play the game, and I mean that when I say it. Don't worry about the records. He had to back up Brett Favre for 3 years. It's not his fault. Rodgers may not win more than 1 Super Bowl in his career, but so what? He led the Packers to Super Bowl 45 and won the Big Games MVP award. Oh, and he also has 2 NFL MVP awards on his resume. Rodgers has so many great years left in him. But even if he doesn't win more championships or individual awards, Rodgers has done more than enough to earn a selection in Canton. It's gonna happen. Plus, he has an awesome meme. Money! Number 3, won't. Joe Flacco. He may have been the Super Bowl 47 MVP, but Joe Flacco stands almost like barely any chance of getting in at this point. It's too bad, really. He looked like...
When did he have a point? And when did Joe Flacco even stand a chance of getting into the Hall of Fame? Never. 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 Y'all just making shit up now.
Like a borderline elite quarterback after guiding the Baltimore Ravens to their 2nd Super Bowl title. But he's been completely mired in mediocrity ever since. Now in his mid-30s, Flacco is out of time to suddenly become a Pro Bowl caliber QB again. The stats aren't going to be there. Just because he won a championship doesn't mean he's going to get into the Hall of Fame. He'll be among better QBs to never reach Canton. It's harsh, but it's kind of the truth. Don't rip me in the comments. If he does, that would be great. I'd be happy for him. I would like him to. I feel like if you win a Super Bowl, you do deserve to be in Canton because you won a Super Bowl, but that doesn't necessarily necessarily mean that you have other stats and awards and other things that are necessary for it. There's a lot of different things that go into it, and just because you have one Super Bowl championship doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it. Maybe he will. I hope he does. That'd be good for him. Number 2, Will. Drew Brees.
Well, duh.
One thing, he better. He's only the game's all-time passing yards leader, and he'll break Peyton Manning's record for the most touchdown passes as well. The guy's crazy. He's so good, and he's a great guy. Drew Brees all but cemented himself as a Hall of Famer after guiding the New Orleans Saints to a Super Bowl championship in the 2009 season, and he might do it again this year. It's been nothing but consistent 4,000-yard and 30-yard touchdown seasons for this guy. He's simply remarkable, and you can't deny it. Brees hasn't earned the attention of guys like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady because many of his same squads have been quite mediocre. Not all of them, but a good amount. There is a 0% chance that Brees doesn't get into the Hall of Fame. Canton would probably close its doors forever before deciding to not elect him. Number 2 won't. Alex Smith. Now I feel bad for this one because he just got it.
Again, you guys, I feel like I sound like a broken record. No one has ever said Alex Smith is a Hall of Famer. Even though the knee injury, that was terrible. His leg, that was horrendous. And he's a survivor. He's ultimate comeback. Ultimate comeback. It's just crazy what he was able to do. But no one has ever put word to word together and said Alex Smith deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Y'all just making shit up.
Injured, and it actually might affect him getting into the Hall of Fame. He was doing well. The Redskins, they had a chance. Smith was drafted first overall in 2005, and he could have been a Hall of Famer if he didn't wait until the 2011 season to finally start piecing it together. Now, he kind of looked like a draft bust through each of his first 6 NFL seasons, but then he started turning it around, guiding the San Francisco 49ers to the 2011 NFC Championship game. Then he was traded to the Kansas City Chiefs in 2013, and he became a 3-time Pro Bowler and led them to the playoffs 4 times. But Smith has never been an elite quarterback. He's never come close to an MVP award, and he hasn't won a Super Bowl. And after this injury, he might not. Unfortunately, in Canton, being good it isn't good enough. You need to be great, and Smith just hasn't really reached that level. The lack of supreme stats and individual awards and this injury, it completely hurt his chances. Number 1, Will. Tom Brady.
Duh.
5 Super Bowl rings. 4 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 league MVP awards, most wins by a quarterback ever, owns just about every single QB playoff
6
record,
technically.
finishing at least top 3 all-time in passing yards and passing touchdowns. I think Tom Brady will get in the Hall of Fame. Even if he retired in 2005 after his 3rd Super Bowl championship, Brady would still have done more than enough to earn a selection in Canton. He's Tom Brady. Like, what else do I have to say? He's as big of a lock as there ever will be. He's Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. Number 1 won't. Matthew Stafford. Former
That's kind of picky.
NFL quarterback and CBS Rick Gannon had this to say about Detroit Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford. I'm getting sick and tired of talking about Matthew Stafford. This guy is overpaid. He's been one of the highest paid quarterbacks over the last 4 or 5 years, and he's a stat king. He picks up a lot of yards and production in garbage time. Harsh, but there is some truth to it. Stafford has only been named to 1 Pro Bowl, has just 2 seasons of 30-plus touchdown passes, and has
But see, that says a whole lot about the team and the culture. You can't. Let me pause this. You can say that about a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL right now that are overpaid because, yes, the market is what it is. I mean, look at Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan could be one of the best quarterbacks, former MVP, got his team to the Super Bowl, puts up gaudy stats as well. But Matthew Stafford does it in Detroit. Oh, it's garbage. He does it in garbage time. Yeah, that's debatable too. But Matt Ryan does the exact same thing. I'm just saying. But, again, Matthew Stafford is debatable. Hugely debatable. Yes, he only made 1 Pro Bowl. Yes, he hasn't really done much in Detroit. But you take Matthew Stafford out of Detroit, you put him somewhere like San Diego, or you put him, San Diego, the Chargers, or you put him in, Dallas. He'll be successful. But you can't dictate where you are chosen to go. You can't dictate your career path, except for when you're a free agent. And even in the NFL, you're not guaranteed a chance to be a free agent because they'll franchise tag the hell out of you. Matthew Stafford signed that contract. He got what he wanted. He got paid. Worst decision he could have done. That's all I'm saying.
Can admit that, but the above-average stats and lack of accomplishments won't be enough to impress the Hall of Fame committee. It's the way it is. Barring, say, an MVP season and 1 or 2 Super Bowl championships, Stafford stands little chance of getting into Canton. Sorry, Stafford. Which other NFL quarterbacks do you think will make the Hall of Fame, and who will get snubbed? Join us in the comment section below.
Okay, I can't take no more of this crap. Again, TPS don't know what the hell they're talking about. TPS obviously just makes shit up, and TPS obviously doesn't fact check a lot of their stuff. And more importantly, they just name people off to just put on their list. This is ridiculous. You said Alex Smith, Joe Flacco, Kirk Cousins. I can't take no more of this, y'all. I can't. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe below. Let's keep the page growing. Let's keep our community growing here. I love y'all. Peace.